my fellow gamers, it is I, Wraith King. Today we are taking a look at the new Awakened Karma, and a hidden master has been released. I completely forgot her name, but future me will take care of that. As you can see, Karma looks epic! Like, I don't know what kind of thumbnail I should make, because the new home menu looks awesome. That would make a cool thumbnail, and that picture right there would have made an awesome thumbnail. So that's going to be a really hard decision right there. But yeah, Karma has been released, along with another hidden master. I completely forgot her name, but I will be doing a double review on those heroes today. But alright, let's take a look at the Awakened Karma. But before we do, remember to hit that like and subscribe button, because I love to review every new hero 7 Nights releases on both the Korean version and the global version. He looks really cool. Like, really cool. And I think I can actually just get him right now, too. Since I already have him, and I think I have enough Awakening Stones. So yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and get him. But alright, future me, what does this ability do? They made a change to Karma that I think he desperately needed ever since he was released. And that is making him a little more flexible to put on your team if you do have Adelans, or if you do have another hero that increases damage or something like that. What this does is he increases all of the magical power of every allied hero in the rear by 120%, and he reduces the critical damage of all enemies by 40%. That is actually pretty powerful. And he blocks all damage received, and it has some kind of effect called freshness? That's what the AI translated it to now. I don't think that's what it says. No, I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. I don't think Karma's the kind of guy to have any of his abilities called anything like that. Freshness. But yeah, every time he uses a skill, it does an additional 10% damage. So, yeah, that's pretty great. But what this freshness ability, what the AI translates it to anyway, what this does, well, this is actually a really powerful passive effect. Not only does it give him the ability to survive with 1 HP after he is about to die, but it makes him a true universal hero. If you have 3 or more magic heroes on your team, this gives him a 7-hit Void Shield. But if you have 3 or more universal heroes on your team, it reduces all of the damage he receives by 60%. This makes him a very flexible hero. He can be used on an aggressive team, he can be used on a more defensive team. He is truly a universal hero with this kind of ability. Now, I'm not sure if it's really called freshness or not, but even if it is, this is a really powerful passive effect. Alright, well, to me, right now, it looks like a simple upgrade. That's probably what it is, but alright, what does this do, future me? Hopefully they change the animation. I really am hoping. Now, this really is just a simple upgrade from the original ability. What this does, he targets all enemies with 120% of his magic power. He does this twice, ignores the enemy's armor, and this pierces, and it removes 3 turns off the enemy team's buff. So yeah, just a simple upgrade. But regardless, this is still an awesome ability with an awesome animation. I love this the same nonetheless. Cool! But alright, let's see what his second active does. The icon for this looks a little bit different than it did before, so maybe the animation has changed. Future me, what does this do? Now, this is definitely an upgrade from what this used to be. He targets 4 enemies with 90% of his magic power twice. Critical is applied, so it's going to do a lot of damage even if it is only 90%. But this is why this ability does not pierce, my fellow gamers. If an enemy has died, it triggers chain attack, which means he will use this again. Keep in mind this only happens once, so if he kills somebody again when he uses the attack, it will not trigger again. But by the looks of his abilities, just looking at his passive and his 2 actives, I have a lot of opinions about how he's going to affect the meta, but I'm going to save that for the end of the video. Awesome! Alright, let's see what his Awakening skill does. Future me, please do the honors. Now this ability is just pretty much borderline madness. He attacks all enemies with 160% of his magical power, and he does this twice. In addition, the following effects are applied. He applies sudden attack and critical, and there's a very, very high probability to apply one of these effects to all enemies. Stun, faint, and paralysis. I mean, it only lasts 2 turns, all of these status effects, but be that as it may, if the enemy team has no protection against status effects at all, they're done. It's just game over. Because all of those effects are very powerful and are pretty effective against teams who do not use status protection. So this is a very, very powerful hero. The Awakened Karma is definitely going to be a game changer. I'm going to get into details about this at the end of the video, because I definitely have a pretty big opinion on how he'll affect the meta, and it's going to be in a very good way too, so stay tuned for that. Alright, cool. Now for the moment of truth. Hopefully they changed his animations a little bit. Hopefully. And it didn't look like it. Nope, they didn't change this. Definitely sounds different. And it, of course, is more powerful than what it used to be. Okay, chat, you need to go away. You just need to stop. There we go. Doesn't look like they changed this either. Voice acting has changed, though. But his awakening skill, though. Let's take a look at this. Oh, he might be meta. He might be meta. Let's go ahead and get him real quick, then we'll take a look at that other hidden master who I completely forgot her name. I just don't remember, but future me will handle that. It doesn't seem like I can get Awakened Karma, which sucks because I do not have enough Awakening Stones. But luckily, they do have a daily reward that rewards you a free Karma and gives me 200 Awakening Stones tomorrow, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that's great. That is the coolest picture of Karma I have ever seen. That is really, really cool. I don't know what to make the thumbnail now. I was gonna make one of his animations the thumbnail, but that looked really, really cool. And so does the new title screen they have for Karma. That is really cool. I'm gonna have to flip a coin or something because I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to see, my fellow gamers. It's gonna be cool though, that's for certain. There she is. She used to be a huge meta in the global version. Hopefully they made her a little bit better here though, so she kind of maintains that power level. Hey, it's future me here. Her name is Atalanta, by the way. So whenever you hear past me saying I don't remember her name, you now know that I do remember her name. At least future me anyway. Hopefully she's not too overpowered to the place where she's even better than Karma, because then what's the point of even getting Karma if she's fantastic? But okay, future me, what does this ability do? This is kind of ridiculous, actually. She's given a Void Shield that is immune to damage for 4 hits. I mean, that doesn't sound all that much, right? It doesn't. But here's something else you guys need to know about. Each 2 basic attacks, she reduces the enemy's buffed rotation by 1 turn, but that's not all. Whenever she dies, she increases her attack speed, at least that's what I think it says, and she, this now I know for certain, she revives with 50% of her HP. But that's not all. Whenever she's revived, she resumes her Void Shield. She resumes her Void Shield when she's revived. Like, it says whenever she dies and is revived. So if you have a Karen on your team, or anybody that can revive, and she gets revived, her Void Shield's back. That is powerful. That is very powerful. That is extremely powerful. Now, it's only a 4-hit Void Shield, but the fact that she can resume this when she is resurrected, that's powerful. Awesome. Now, what does this ability do? By the way, she is a mage, so she can synergize with the new Karma, which is really cool. But I'll be talking about all the synergies when I'm done with the review on these heroes. What this ability does is she targets all enemies with 90% of her magical power. She does this twice. Critical hit will be applied. The fewer the enemies, the more damage this will do. For every missing enemy, she will do an additional 50% magic damage. And piercing is applied. So this is a very, very powerful ability all around. I like this update. This is a really good update. What else did they add? Not only are they giving you this really cool daily reward, but all of these heroes are really powerful. Like, really powerful. I am really excited about this update. Wonderful. Alright, what about her second active? Now this is a very interesting active ability. What she does, she targets all enemies with 100% of her magic power. If there are any defensive or support heroes on the team, she will deal to them 100% magic power twice. So it's interesting to see a hero that targets the supports of the team. That is something I haven't seen on Seven Knights before, because supports are very, very important. There hasn't been any heroes that actually target them. So it's interesting to see them finally add a hero like that. Oh, and by the way, this also has sudden attack applied to it, which is really great. Beautiful. Okay, let's take a look at her awakening skill. What does it do now, future me? Now this can be pretty effective if used correctly. She targets all enemies with 140% of her magic power twice. And she also removes 100% of the enemy team's awakening gauge. Now this can be a good thing and it could be a bad thing because the AI needs to use this wisely. As we all know, the AI is not going to use it wisely in the arena, and it requires patience. Abilities like this require patience and require strategy. So an ability like this probably wouldn't be too good in the arena, but it can be good every once in a while. There will be the occasions where this does work out pretty well. But the only thing this awakening skill will usually do in the arena is just damage. And that's pretty much it. It also applies critical, so it's a guaranteed critical ability, and it ignores the enemy's armor. So it will do a fair amount of damage even if the AI doesn't use it at the right time. Wonderful. But okay, let's take a look at her animations. Probably nothing has changed, I'm guessing. Nope, doesn't look like much has changed. Still looking at them though, because they're awesome. Still really, really cool. Those animations are awesome. Absolutely beautiful. Wasn't there an angel or something there the last time? I'll have to take a look at my old video to confirm that, but I'm pretty sure there was like an angel or goddess or something was there when she used that ability. I don't know. Hey, it's future Wraith King, and boy do I have some interesting opinions for the new Karma. Karma is excellent. I have a feeling he's going to be in almost every team now, since the meta is kind of just Sylvester in the back, dealing tons of damage. It's always some form of magic hero or some type of knight in the back, and the most common is using Sylvester in the back and using him as a win condition. And since Karma increases magic damage for all the heroes in the back, you're probably going to see a lot of the pros using him on their team because a lot of them use that stupid Sylvester build. Be that as it may, you still need to have certain requirements for Karma to actually activate his buff, so you need to have more than one magic hero on your team. Or you can build him as a tank and build more than one universal hero. And I think you can do that with that Sylvester build. I think you can do that. I don't know about the mage half. Maybe you can, since Sylvester is a mage. Maybe you can just throw a couple extra mages on there. Maybe that'll work. But I have never used that build, so I am not a pro with it. But I think you can put a few Universal Heroes. At least I know I can anyway, because I own a couple of cool Universal Heroes that would work on that team, like Chris and
Karma, of course, and you can't do without that debuff protection, so Spike would be a good addition.
And you can still have Sylvester in the back too. Oh, and don't forget to put Dellins on your team. He is very important. Very important. You can't have a good aggressive team without Dellins. But anyways, that's all the time I have left, my fellow gamers. Take it easy for me, alright? Bye.